The launch of the new Model 2 is getting closer. We don't exactly know when it will be, but it is definitely around the corner, and details have been emerging about the new cheapest Tesla that you can buy. So let's go over the details that are available to us, including range, price, and launch date. Thanks for joining me. It's really nice to see so many people subscribing to the channel. I'm Ben Alexander, and I talk about the latest EV news around the world, and I make videos every single day, so stick around until the end, and then let me know your thoughts in the comments. I recently noticed that people that watch my videos regularly aren't subscribed mostly. 85% of you aren't subscribed, so if you can click the subscribe button, this would really help my channel grow. And remember to press the little bell icon next to it so YouTube will start to actually show you when my videos get posted. The significance of the Tesla Model 2 is so great, I think it's kind of going unnoticed. It will literally alter the landscape of the electric vehicle world. Within a year after the launch, you will be seeing cars with competitive prices, with similar specs that are coming to the market, and this is why. A lot of the electric cars that are for sale today are priced at the price that they are currently listed at, simply because there's little competition in the EV world. A good example of this was in Australia just recently. The GWM Aura was listed at $44,000 Australian dollars. Then the new MG4 was released, and then the BYD Dolphin, both launched at about 39,000 Australian dollars. Within a couple of weeks, the Aura was lowered to literally the same price as the MG and the BYD, apparently because the materials to make the battery got cheaper, and they decided to lower the price by $5,000. It's so transparent, it's laughable. But this is exactly what we want. We want it to become like an eBay marketplace where manufacturers are fighting for their sales, undercutting each other, because we need to lower the cost of electric vehicles. One of the reasons we should be encouraging the cheaper end of the market is because in 10 or 20 years' time, when younger people or people that don't want to spend a whole lot of money on a car are going for a car, the market is going to be a weird place. So we really do need to try and bring in the cheaper end of the market now, so that there is going to be some sort of a used market in 10 or 20 years' time. So, for example, now, if you're 18 years old and you've just passed your driving test, you can go buy a Honda Jazz, for example, or a Toyota Yaris. This is now going to be a bit different and a bit weird. So if all of the cars that we buy now, like $100,000 Teslas, if that's all we buy for the next 20 years, it's going to be a weird place. The most common price for a new vehicle sold in the US is $25,000 US, and that has pretty much been the case for the last handful of years. But conventionally, you'd buy the car, which is a big cost, and then you'd have to pay for the fuel to drive it. Things that really alters Tesla's ability to actually reduce the price without losing their money is the sheer ingenuity. They're a really smart company, smart bunch of people. Teams of people and robots will work on fully assembling separate parts of the car, and they will marry them all together at the same time in the end, in one go, meaning the whole car is only built fully once. And Elon Musk claims that this new process actually yields them 30% improvement in time, space, and efficiency, which is genius. Tesla also disclosed the battery size of its new compact category, where the Model 2 actually fits in. And so the category is powered by LFP battery packs, 53 kilowatt hour of battery capacity on average, going up to 70 kilowatt hour. So they will really be squeezing in some range out of these cars. Predictably, the range will likely be something like 450, 550 kilometers WLTP. So if you drive cheaply and efficiently, you'll get a properly good range, I think. But we don't know for sure, but that's roughly what you can expect. When fully up and running, the Gigafactory in Mexico is scheduled to output 2 million Model 2s annually for the US market, and the Shanghai Gigafactory producing another 2 million, so that's 4 million a year. The latter will mainly be for Tesla customers in China, though, where the government has just approved a US $72 billion EV subsidy package that will be given out in tax credits up to $4,150 for every EV purchased in 2024 and 2025. Basically, huge pot of money from the US government. If you go and buy an EV, you'll get a huge amount of money off for 2024, 2025. Awesome thing. So, of course, Tesla are likely to try and release their Model 2 as soon as possible to take advantage of that. I don't think they'll be missing that. And we can expect there to be a swift rollout of the Model 2 because at this point they definitely know how to start things going because of the experience that they now have. You know, relative to the old days, is that in the old days, just 5 or 10 years ago, actually, I say old days, Tesla had to figure things out every time they wanted to do something new. If you remember all the manufacturing issues like panel gaps, that was a big thing, and the door handles kept stopping, and the screens in the middle, the big one, kept stopping. But these days they are increasingly reliable. I'm not saying it's the same reliability that Toyota could achieve if they decided to wake up and join the party, but it's definitely good. It's good reliability. So we know that it won't actually be called the Model 2 at all, and we don't actually know what it will be called. We don't know the power of it. We have no idea what the power is, but basically it's going to be 200 or 300 horsepower as standard, isn't it? And we don't know the size either, but Elon Musk has said, quote, it will be smaller. So we can make a pretty informed guess based on that. It's going to be a smaller car, hatchbacky type sort of thing. So thank you very much to the people that have joined on Buy Me a Coffee or Patreon or YouTube memberships. It really means a lot to me. Links to these will be in the description below. And the cheapest and easiest way to help is simply by pressing the like button. Remember to subscribe for my daily videos about EV news from around the world.